Welcome back everybody to the Stanley Parable. My name as always is Maxwell, and today we are going to tie up some of the loose ends in this game. Get the last remaining endings and secrets, basically plough through as many as possible.
All of his co-workers were gone.
As we go through.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Now, one of the...
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace.
Sorry, we're just ignoring the narrator at the moment, because what we want is on 419's desk, and if it's not on 419's desk, then we're going to start again. Thus is the way of the Stanley Parable. If something's not where you need it to be, you need to quickly go and reload the game.
To get to the meeting room, and from then on, he would never be alone.
There we go. That's what we are looking for. 419. Then we need to backtrack into the other room, I'm pretty sure. Or do we need to begin again? I think we need to begin again. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Don't worry, all will become clear as we progress through as to why we are pushing these buttons.
What could it mean?
I could have sworn it was
decided to go to the
435's desk.
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay, apparently it's not 435's desk, so let's continue. There we go. 423. Next one is it in here?
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a
Nope, we'll go ahead and begin again. So this is, apparently Stanley may have missed a memo.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yes, I think I may have missed a memo, as is evident by the thousands and thousands of memos all over the floor. Okay, so we're going to head up to the boss's office. Actually, there's a little bit of dialogue we could have here.
Oh, and I guess this is where Stanley felt he needed to be right now, in this little hallway. Here, with no distractions, to study room 417. Not to actually enter it. No. That would be far too forward. Go in. Stanley wanted to know it from the outside. To see it not just with his eyes, but with his heart. He would know room 417 as no man or woman had ever known an office before. That ladder over there. Oh, and that little picture of a horizon or something. It's all just a never-ending parade of joy for Stanley.
Easily pleased. Is that clock running backwards? That clock is running backwards. The second hand is ticking backwards. That is interesting. Okay, let's get back on track.
No, apparently not.
No.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
The door on his left. We'll have a picture of Gran, Employee of the Year. Yeah, one of the programmers on the game, by the way, that guy there.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
But before we go to the boss's office, we're going to enjoy some time in the broom closet.
But there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
No, I'm going to enjoy this broom closet. There's quite a lot of things here to touch.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow. Just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
But look at these wrenches. Look at that wrench. Look at it. It's majestic.
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
No, I'm looking at spanners and things, and what's that? That's some duct tape. That's probably a pair of pliers.
In the broom closet, standing around doing nothing? Why? Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
What do you think that's toilet roll? Do you think that's duct tape, or do you think it's toilet roll? On a screwdriver, it's probably duct tape.
You do realise
it's not
there's
clean
no
as
choice
closet
or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me, because literally, this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever. I never would have thought to mention it.
Well, if it's of such little importance, stop talking about it. As long as you keep giving me narration, I'm gonna stay here.
Maybe when you go talk about this with your friends, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favourite." I hope your friends find this concerning.
The broom closet ending is so far. It is, I have to say, my
Stanley
favourite.
was fat and ugly and really, really stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is.
Oh, no, that's just harsh.
Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Well, Stanley's becoming a bit more interesting now, at least. But that's a bit harsh.
I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead. You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard. Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose.
Oh, how thoughtful of you.
Anyone who happens to be nearby, the person at this computer is dead. He or she has fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place at the computer, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right.
Lovely.
When you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
Is that it? Is that going to be all of it? What's this? It's a dirty box with some stickers on that we are unable to read because they're a little bit too blurred. Is that it? Are we not getting any more? I think that's probably it. That's probably it for the commentary on the broom closet. So the broom closet ending, apparently. That was definitely my favourite.
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board. I guarantee you can't do any worse than the person who came before you.
Really? Well, we'll see about that.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Right, we're going to try the executive bathroom again. No, no, not open. We're not powerful executives. We're not allowed to go to the executive bathroom. Nope. Almost forgot. Boop. And then the boss's office. Oh. Oh. Am I going to go in? Oh.
Stepping in.
No, I'm not. So unfortunately at this point the narrator has abandoned us, but we're still able to play the game, so we've backed out of the boss's office. Can I go back in the broom closet? I can! Oh, but the narrator's not here to narrate it. Oh, well that just makes everything a little less excellent, not having the narrator around. Some of these other doors open on the way back at least. No. Oh, we're still here, at least. Can I go back through this door? Make a different choice? No. But this... memos are all still here. Oh, I'm not trying doors. No. 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 Hang on a minute, that's a bit harsh for 416. Apparently 416's office is a hallway. It's a bit harsh for him. Oh, we can... oh, of course we can open this door. That's the door. That's the door to 417 that we came in before. What about these two? Anything? No. 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 Anything? Oh, hang on a minute. This door wasn't open before. Oh, it's black. Huh. A loading screen. You are now leaving. Are we really? Can I go anywhere? No, that's the end. You are now leaving. Okay. And what's that? Oh, that's the office where I've just been. Yep, that's 435. So, alright, so that doorway literally just led to here. Even though it was all blackness. Nothing. Escape pod bay, floor 760. Alright, I'll go for some escape pod action. Let's get up there. It's a little bit weird without having the narrator talk about... Hang on a minute. That's the same office. Right. Lift doesn't work. Alright, that was a bit weird. Let's continue on up. 756. And that's the same office again. So that's weird. Nope, none of this opens. Very strange. Very strange indeed. 757 that was. So this will be 758. Is this the same office? Of course it is. Neither of those open. Of course not. 759. Nearly there. This is just weird walking around without the narrator saying everything that we're doing. It's a little bit lonely, to be honest, and a little bit spooky. 759. Locked. Locked. God, this is getting very, very dark. I'm just navigating. Ah! Escape pod launch bay. Same office. Ah, no door. Escape. What does this say? Warning. Entering the escape pod will initiate a relay that, once triggered, cannot be disabled or paused. Both the narrator... player? Maybe? Both the narrator and the player must be present in order for escape something something play out as intended. Oh, so both the player and the narrator must be present in order for escape sequence, maybe, to play out as intended. Do not proceed. Do not proceed. Okay. I think we're going to proceed anyway. That's very dark. Oh. The heck is that? Is that the escape pod? That's a weird escape pod. Well, let's go for... Oh! No? Is it going? Are we going? No! Are we? What's going? Have we left? Oh, Jesus. Nope, we're right back where we started, so... Can we get back through here? Oh, well, I guess it was right. The escape
How
pod...
wonderful. Stanley was alone. Finally. This is great, he thought to himself. This is what I've wanted all along. I got what I wanted.
Indeed. Oh, it's locked. So I guess both the narrator and Stanley did need to be present for that ending to work.
No
what are
matter
we
how
doing?
hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Right, let's hit that input one more time. And yep, there we go. Are you guys ready? Welcome to heaven. It's literally just thousands and thousands of buttons that do nothing but make noises, and there's some Gregorian chanting in the background saying buttons. Absolutely excellent. Problem is though, you are just stuck here forever and there's absolutely nothing to do, so we're just going to restart that one dead quick and try and catch up with a couple more of the final secrets. So bear with me while I get us into position. So it looks like we are finally a powerful enough executive to enter the executive bathroom. Ta-da! And this is Money in the morning, money in the evening, money for breakfast, money crisp. Okay, interesting. Extreme bathrooms and Time magazine. But Time magazine is literally just about the time, apparently. What do we have over here? Some soap, a slightly dirty sink, a very grubby mirror, or a removed mirror. That's probably just so we can't see a reflection of Stanley and see what we look like. Because obviously we aren't here. It's a lovely picture. A glass of water, a plant. And that's about it for the executive bathroom. Now, with the executive bathroom being open, hopefully this door over here, yay, should also be open. Which is just some kind of weird executive lounge. Well, I wouldn't even call it a lounge. It's more of a waiting room. What's this say? Oh yes, the most expensive boss. And what's this one say? Business strategy, shoot a panda. And what do we have here? We have an elevator or a lift, depending on your country of origin. So let's now, it's been speculated that this lift could be the one from the demo where the narrator says, remember we found that lift and we went up and up and up for hours and it felt like we would never be able to leave, or some other such nonsense. But people have spent over 24 hours in this lift and trust me, nothing happens. But there is a nice little elevator music in the background there with the narrator saying Stanley over and over again. I'll be quiet for a moment so you can hear it. And that's quite enough of that. We're not going to go in the boss's room this time. We are going to... Oh, one more thing. I should probably do this at the beginning of the game because it's a little bit more interesting. We can type in the word...
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure.
Oh, no, I've done this all wrong. Because I'm inside my office, so I just close the door on myself like a tard. But what you can do is you can type the word face punch into the keyboard. And then everything gets the lovely face punch texture.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh, that's cool.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
So because you've textured everything, you can kind of see the hidden room outside the door because it's not white, bright white anymore. It's textured with face punch. I wonder if we can find any other secret areas like that. Well, that's the same as well. That's not pure white into the void. It's actually a little room out there. Wow, this is a little bit disorientating, but funny nonetheless. So yes, typing face punch into the keyboard will bring you here. So we were all done with the game, or so I thought. Once I'd gotten that, everything that you've just watched was going to be one video, and then I thought I'll have a mess around with the console, try some cheats out, and see if I can go around and remove doors and teleport around and have a look if I can find any other secrets. But incidentally, in order to no clip, because this is made in the Portal engine, you need to enable server cheats. I went ahead and did that. But that produced something unexpected, which I'm going to share with you now. As soon as it happened, I realised there was something to it, so quit. And so this is going to be the first time I go through it. So let's activate server cheats.
Stanley, this is me being serious. In fact, this is my serious room. It's where I come to be serious. That table is the most serious table I could find. I looked at many, many tables, hundreds of tables. It's possible I looked at over 1,000 tables. I honestly don't know. The specific number isn't as important as the understanding that of all tables I looked at, this one is the most serious. I relate this story to impress upon you the extent to which this is the most serious room I have, which is why I brought you here. You just tried to activate server cheats.
Indeed,
which
I did.
Of course runs the risk of breaking the entire game. You've got no respect for the strict order of scripted narrative events, and I just can't have that. It's time to get serious, Stanley. No jokes, no games. Outside of this room, I might be more tolerant of those things, but now we're in the room.
We are indeed in the room.
Which is why I'm subjecting you to the most serious punishment I can think of. 100 billion trillion years standing here in the serious room. Perhaps after that, we can talk about the severity of your actions and whether you've learned anything.
I don't think I'll be
until
alive.
Then, serious room, go.
100 billion trillion years. No, that's not happening. Okay, I can't open the door. There's a dirty box in the corner and a boarded up room. Right, let's right, no, I'm not having that. Let's activate cheats again.
Whoa.
Oh,
Did
come
we not
on.
have the talk? Are we not in the serious room this very moment? Did I not tell you how many tables I looked through? I'm going to be conservative and say it was somewhere in the tens of thousands of tables. Any reasonable person would say I spent an absurd amount of time doing nothing but looking at tables, and I genuinely considered each one too. I took a hell of a lot of notes. I kept the notes in a different room. That room is less serious.
Ah, yes,
than
the
this
blue
one.
room.
It's more of a notes room.
Yes, so the blue room is
Again,
where
the
he
point of this
kept.
story is to convey
So the
how
blue
serious
room
I
is
feel
where he
this
kept the
cheating
notes
issue
on all the
is.
tables that we found
And I'm
earlier.
sure you'll
That
agree
makes
with
a
me
little
once
bit more
you've
sense now.
fulfilled your new punishment. Infinity years in the serious room.
Infinity, right?
I
You're just
generally
being
have
ridiculous
trouble
now.
reading human emotions, but I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that you're devastated by this crippling new punishment. As well you should be. It's the most serious I could think of. Can you get more serious than that? No, you can't. Don't try.
No, I don't think I could get more serious than infinity years. I think that's fairly crippling and devastating as it is.
Still no effect. The problem is clearly the serious room. It isn't serious enough. That's on me, Stanley. I apologize. I'm going to the store to look through more tables. Hopefully I find one that conveys how wrong what you're doing is. Now, where did I put those notes?
So that's the narrator's serious room, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see if we get any more. No, looks like he is literally just going to trap us in the serious room for infinity years, considering we can't open the door and get out, and we can't cheat our way out, because when we try and cheat, we are brought to the serious room for punishment. It's a fairly serious table. I would have picked something else, mind. It's a little bit too low, I think, to be serious. I think if it was a little bit higher, it would probably be a lot more serious, this table. So take notes, Mr. Narrator. If the table was slightly higher, I'm talking maybe 6 inches here. Yeah, 6 inches higher, and this table will be a lot more serious. So this is the last of the easily accessible secrets. I mean, there is one more that I know of, which is to actually play the baby game for 4 hours, where after 2 hours it becomes the dog, the puppy and baby game, and then after that eventually you end up you get the divine art ending. But no, there's no way I'm going to play the baby puppy game for 4 hours, sorry about that. But this is the last easily accessible secret, and that is when you come to this point in the screen room, instead of going up on the lift, you just wait around like this, and eventually this door reopens and you can head back along there, and I'll show you what that leads to. So that's going to be it for the Stanley Parable, all 6 parts comprising all of the known endings and most of the cool secrets. I've been Maxwell, this has been the Stanley Parable. Thank you very much for watching, and I will leave you with this.